Hello, hello. We are back at it again. We're made some headway last episode, getting through the Nether, exploring a bastion and another fortress, or the AKA Nether Forest, as I so misspoke. So today we are just going to jump right back in. We're going to be still focusing on our Dartrix now. Our Rowlet evolved into a Dartrix, so we're going to be focusing on her. And then maybe looking into the idea of getting a Poliwag. But yeah, I'm so glad that you guys can join me on this. So let's get started. Alright guys, so as the usual habits are, we're gonna grab all of these apricorns because we are going to start on our quick ball collection. A couple episodes back we definitely made a few of them. We caught a Zigzagoon in the hopes of it having a pickup ability, which it did not. It is glutton, which is not beneficial for what we were looking for at all. But we also got that 24 Ghastly, so that is a nice little addition to our team. Honestly, not the choice for a ghost that I was gonna go for, but you can't go wrong with that evolution line in your arsenal, so I'm gonna count it as a win either way. So we have started collecting orange and cherry berries. These guys are netting us, what are they called again? Lum berries. Lum berries are required to help us get it's not that. It's not a full. No. What am I thinking here? Hyper potions, citrus berries. Citrus berries are a berry mutation between these other restoration. I forget the phrase that I used. That's gonna bug me, so we're gonna look up the phrase that they used. I think it was for the super potion. Strong recovery berries. That's not restorative or restorative or I don't even know what word I was trying to think of, but it's not any of those words. It's strong recovery berries. But yeah, so we are making headway on our berry mutations here. So basically, to successfully mutate, the berries just need to be side by side with what they mutate with. So I'm doing kind of like this this checkerboard pattern. That's not right. Get that out of here. That's supposed to be an orange. So this is a cherry, so this needs to be a cherry. So as you can see, it's getting there. It's a work in progress. With how tall these bushes are, it is definitely making me regret not putting them like a block deeper into the ground. I feel like that definitely is not checkerboard, but I figured having them planted and actually producing something is better than having them sit in an inventory somewhere. Yeah, so we are slowly but surely getting to a consistent farm that is producing the berries that we want to produce. However, what we're going to be looking at here is the fact that we have some additional yellow and blue. I'm only going to take one of each. I'm going to leave that extra blue one there as like a placeholder. Because we're actually going to literally one bone. We're going to work on 3 iron equals a bone. That's the mob drop recipe mod in action right there. That is a interesting recipe, because I can't really say that that is logical in any way, shape, or form. But I mean, it is what it is, right? So I know that I was holding on to these bone blocks more so for future decoration purposes, but we really need to start making some progress. So one of the first steps to progress is we are going to be improving our efficiency with these apricorn trees. So as you can tell, we've got 2 on this side, none on this side, 1 on this side, and 1 on that side. So 2, 1, and 1, which is nothing really. And then we've got a couple ones on these corner pieces or on the side pieces. So the goal here, so this is the yellow tree. We're gonna take out that log, and then we are going to plant a new yellow one in the same spot, and then we are going to bone mill it. So now instead of 2 here, we've got 4 here. We've got 2 there. Almost missed that one. We've got 3 there, and we've got 2 there. So, I mean, I don't know the exact numbers. The exact numbers don't matter that much. We're not over here trying to min-max or speed run or nothing crazy like that. But it's a noticeable increase in the blooming apricorns, as I call them. So we're gonna do the same thing over here. The yellow one we've been kind of like trimming back like a bonsai tree, to ensure that the regrowth of the leaves are there and have the highest chance of creating a blooming apricorn. But here we have not been treating it like a bonsai, so we are not getting rid of the empty leaves. So we're gonna test it here. We're doing this one for science. So this one's the blue one here. Blue one has 1, 1, 1, 1. So that's easy peasy lemon squeezy. So there's 1 on each face of the tree. So we're gonna plant the new apricorn. We're going to bone meal it. And now we've got 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so clearly, trimming the leaves like a bonsai tree is just a waste of time. I don't know why I thought that that was necessary, but here we are. But as you can see, we will now be acquiring several more apricorns over time. So that's a plus. So let's go ahead and let me see how much gold we have. We've got a lot of gold blocks, and the gold blocks, yeah, that is a lot of gold, which is good because gold means it means Ultra Balls in the future. Um, Ultra Balls are also gold. But at this point in time, it also means Quick Balls. We might want to think about planting some black apricorn trees. I say trees like I have multiple of any of these trees, but I don't. I have one of each. So I think I'm going to push this back a little bit. Probably just follow the same line that we have going on here, because it's been proven to work with the growing rules of these apricorn trees. And I'm a big fan of, if it works, then it works. So we'll follow suit with what currently works, and if this works, then it's good. Obviously, this big flat wall of moss blocks is not aesthetically appealing in any way, shape, or form. But the goal is that this wall, this entire area is going to be redone in the future. When we eventually start on our mega base, this wall is not, this whole area is probably not even going to be here. Honestly, where we're standing, I'm probably going to be flooding it out and making it look like a natural body of water. Because where we're standing, I am wanting to put together a like a dock for like boats and stuff to go in and out of our base. Obviously, we are trying to play close to vanilla, so boats really aren't a thing. But that's not going to stop us from building a dock, and it's not going to stop us from building cool ships inside said dock. So if you have not witnessed the past episodes, what we're going for is kind of a umbrella type vibe of a research facility. So it's going to be a research facility specifically for pokes, and the probably the mistreatment folks. We're not going to say that though. That's not, we're not mistreating them. We're doing research on them, but in a very umbrella corporation sort of way, which probably is not the best way. But you know, some of these things, what am I doing? Some of these creatures are going to benefit us in the scientific world. We are going to make headway in exploring this universe and what it has to offer us. And that's just flavor text for I am playing in peaceful and I don't have normal mobs, therefore I can't make regular mob grinders. And I really want to make like actual mob grinders. I can't make mob grinders because we don't have mobs. But we have pokes, so we're going to be grinding some pokes. And for some reason that just sounds way worse than mobs. I don't know why. I think it's because generally speaking vanilla mobs are all evil. I mean, you've got a couple like cute ones, I suppose, like Ghast. I think Ghast are pretty adorable in the world of vanilla Minecraft. But that number is completely different when it comes to Cobblemon. There's way more critters. So in turn, there's way more adorable critters. So what we're gonna do, We're gonna grab some of the blue, we're gonna grab some of the yellow, and we've already got a ton of black apricorns without even having a grown tree. I think it's from that tree that's up to like the northeast that we keep randomly happening to walk past. But basically, we're gonna need, let's go with 20 black, 20 blue, and I think we're gonna go with 40 yellow. I think the math is math in there. I'm pretty sure the math is math in there. So Ultra Ball is black top bottom, yellow on the sides. Quick Ball, I'm looking right at it, there we go, is blue top and bottom, yellow on the sides. So yellow on the sides either way. Okay, yeah. I was trying to think there. Is the math mathin'? The math is mathin', look at that. So we've got 40 quick, 40 ultra. We still have a ton of gold bars, but I think, honestly, I think these quick balls and ultra balls are going to hold us for quite a bit. We've got the black apricorn tree starting to grow. We're gonna keep getting some of these blue apricorns. I wonder for science. So this is the blue tree. We just got a sprout. Let us dig out this log again, and we're gonna put the sprout in, but we're not gonna bone meal it. I am interested to see if the apricorn mechanics will allow that to actually spawn the tree without the bone. I don't think it will, but it's worth a little look-see. Yeah, I'm trying to think of if there's a better way that we could go about farming berries in mass, and I'm thinking if like the floor, like the ground level was one block below like this, and then it was like just rows of this, and then maybe, because I'm thinking, yeah, so the bush doesn't take up a full block, so like it's, for lack of better words, hitbox, I guess you would call it. Like I'm looking at the oranberry right in front of me, and I can still target the cherry berry behind it, but like still technically looking through the oranberry bush. So I bet I could do like 2 or 3 rows of bushes, and then a walking path in between, and then another 2 or 3 rows of bushes, and then walking path, etc., etc. And then I could just like walk right through like that, like I could strafe through and spam right click. Now the question is, yeah, okay. So I was wondering, does the berry that I harvest go straight into my inventory? Or does it fall on the ground? And it falls on the ground, but the plus side here is they grow on tilled soil. So tilled soil is not a full block. So I do believe that because tilled soil is not a full block, that results in the ability to throw a hopper underneath it, and then having these like, there you go, there's a lumberry right there. Having like 2 or 3 rows far like out from my walking path, like right here, like down 1 block, but right here, will allow me to strafe through, harvest whatever's harvestable. But because these ones, like on the back row, the 3rd row back, whatever drops is not going to be in range for me to pick up here. But if I have a network of hoppers underneath, it'll catch everything. And then, if I wanted to get crazy, I could probably have a wing of the research facility that's solely for berry farming, berry mutations, and that's a lot of berries, so that's ten times 6 is 60, 66, 70, 72, 73, 74, 74? Question mark? I'm not a math wizard, but I think that's 74. Okay. Yeah, we could probably set up like a redstone system for an auto sorter. And then you could do 74 modules. I don't think that'd be crazy. That'd be like 37 on each side. If you wanted to get crazy. And then 37, that's 1 on each side. We could do 74 divided by 4, which wouldn't come out to like a round number, but we could have like some sort of like monument thing in the center of the room, which would take up the excess spaces that weren't being utilized for the auto sorter. It's definitely something. It's something that we could do. Because I don't know which of these berries we're going to use a lot of. Obviously the ones that are doing like full restores and stuff like that. But I figure, why not just have all of the berries? Oh, that's 74. 74 with the berry juice. Berry juice is not a berry, so technically 73. So that number just got weirder. But it's an odd number. So odd numbers in the world of Minecraft are wonderful. So maybe that's a silver lining. So I think we need to, like, we've already been on the lookout for berries that we come across, so we're just gonna keep doing that, obviously. Spending a lot of time like theorizing this like crazy redstone berry farm. The negative to it though is that because we are trying to be semi-vanilla, we'll go vanilla plus Cobblemon. It is going to be difficult because we're not going to be able to create like some like automated system that does a bunch of crazy stuff, right? Like we're not going to be able to make like an auto harvesting system. So we're still going to have to harvest manually. And now with that said, I still want to set it up. What am I doing? I have this wraparound porch. I still want to set it up to where like the research facility, even though we're not playing with like all these crazy technology mods, I want crazy technology in my research facility. Okay, what do we got here? 2, 3. Hey, we got our Poliwag. That's another one for the books. I really do need to look into the experience share. But we need amethyst shards, and I don't know of any geode. I'm pretty sure we saw a geode down in the mines, so we're probably, this might be a mining video. We're coming up on 30 minutes in, but you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. We can still do a mining video. Trying to think. Okay, I think we're good. I think this is going to be a mining video. Because let's see. Healing machine. Takes a max revive. Okay, I knew that. Revives are honey bottles and heal powder. Heal powder is revival root, revival herb. Not roots. I don't know why I said root. Revival herbs drop from Sawaddles. Swadloons Liavani. Yup. Petilil. Lilidon. I can't pronounce that. And that it's not even, I don't even have a good excuse for not being able to pronounce that because it's a region. I should be able to pronounce that. Who's this guy? Arantis. I like your pants. Looks like bell bottoms. Okay, so we've got our water type. And this is not like, this is our water type. This is our current water type. This is the water type that's available to us. I'm trying to think. I don't want to do anything that's too crazy. Because I don't want... I mean, I don't want this to be an incredibly time-consuming process. This is... I don't even know why I'm going down here. This is clearly not what I'm looking for. But like, I want to explore it, because what if it does do something crazy? It doesn't do anything crazy, it's a dead end. I'm sorry, guys. I'm addicted to exploring little caverns and whatnot. I completely forget what I was talking about. The important part is that we're not necessarily making this. I'm way off course to that waypoint. What happens when you get distracted by these random caves? I want amethyst shards. I want an experience share. I want a flying poke. I want a better way up this mountain. I want to not fall. What is going on here? I cheated, and it's okay. We are up. I like how we're going up to go down. That's our goal here. And I don't have to come all the way over here. I just know that this has like has the tunnel straight down. And that's, oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, it's going. It's flooding. That was a mistake. I did not mean to do that. I meant to just put it down the tunnel. But yeah. So right now we get all those flowers on the minimap. Right now, I want to be able to level up efficiently. And it's not that like any of our current folks on our current team are going to be like some crazy, extravagant, just super competitive team. It's not going to be a competitive team. I mean, don't let me offend you if Poliwrath is your favorite one. I don't think Poliwrath is made for competition, personally. But it's gonna do the job for us at this point in time. Because I currently want something that can effectively sweep in the nether. And that's not, I don't feel like that's asking for a lot. I feel like the reality is that we just need a single water poke. If we had a single water poke, I feel like we could do a lot of damage in the nether. But our starter is grass, which is the opposite of what we want in our lives. And realistically, we have a ghastly. Leveling up that ghastly could result in it being pretty strong. I say pretty strong. Like, it could be a beast of a poke. That could definitely put up some numbers that could easily sweep the wild pokes that are in the nether. I don't think we necessarily need a water type to do that. I don't know. I just like the idea of having some sort of diversity in our team. Because I'm pretty sure a decidui? I am pronouncing that wrong. I almost guarantee it. It is Rowlet's 30 valve. It's what comes after Dartrix. Decidui? Decidu? Decidui? I'm not sure. I will have to look that one up. You would think I would know since Rowlet is my favorite, but like I talked about it before, how like a lot of these words and the terminology are things that you just read. You don't really hear it spoken out loud. So like you go like a long time not ever hearing how it's pronounced. I think we are somehow lost. And okay, we got out. Well, got out of that area that we were stuck in. Trying to think where we could go. Possibly find a geode. What was that? A shuckaberry. I don't know what fell, but something fell and dropped the shuckaberry, and I am thankful for that, because that's one extra berry that I don't believe we had. Oh hey, look at this. I think I saw diamond over on the other side, and that's why I built that little bridge. Twinkling, I think is what it's called. Clink. I think Quinkling is its evolution. What am I doing? What did I get? I got raw iron. Oh, we are stuck. See, like if I was just playing by myself, I would just start tunneling. But that's not entertaining. And honestly, I don't think me wandering around in circles in the dark is entertaining either. So where are we? We are here. That is very clearly a geode directly to the south of us. What is that? Negative 100? Negative 100. Oh, and this is deep slate too, and all we got is this it's iron pick. So yeah, I think I'm gonna speed this up for you guys just a wee bit. Alright, so we have made it a good chunk of the way. Can't tell if I need to go up or if I need to go down. We're gonna try up, but there's most definitely some lava on the mini-map as well, so I am being cautious of that. You know what, now that I'm looking at it, I'm thinking I need to go down. We're gonna backtrack. And we're gonna go down instead. Okay, so we went down, and now the geode is not showing on the mini-map, or on the map. And now it shows when we go higher. So, I'm thinking I'm just gonna square back up to this geode. And we're going straight in. Now this is lava. This is smooth basalt. So if lava pops out, plus side is this is the calcite. What is that? That's gonna have some fancy wood in it. So we're probably gonna check that out as well. I just broke the mending iron pick. I wasn't even looking. And probably every single one of you guys was staring right at it, just watching it tick down in durability. Okay. Well, you know, we had it for a bit of time. Not long enough, honestly. So yeah, there's that. That's a thing that I did. Alright, so we've got a good chunk of amethyst. So we are going to collect a good chunk of amethyst. I don't know what else I might need amethyst for, but it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Because clearly we had to go on this excursion and in turn give me the opportunity to drop the ball and lose our diamond iron pick. You know what though? At least it was just a mending iron pick. Did I say a diamond iron pick or did I say a mending iron pick? Man, when you record videos, you misspeak a lot, or at least I do. So yeah, sorry. I guess maybe I'm just a little frazzled from losing that mending iron pick. But yeah, as I was saying, the plus side is, at least that's all it was. At least it wasn't something crazy with a lot more enchants on it. At least it wasn't diamonds. At least it wasn't this. At least it wasn't... There's so many different things that you could be like, you know what? At least it wasn't. So we will deal with that. We will carry on. And we will slowly come over here to see what is in this structure that has spawned over here. So we definitely have enough amethyst shards. Oh yeah, we do need them for the nether stars. That is right. And then we can also craft dragon's breath. $36 diamonds, 9 emeralds. We don't have the emeralds. Like, we either have the diamonds or we have close to the amount of diamonds to craft a nether star. So that's kind of cool. Fossil analyzer, that's another thing that was added to Cobblemon. The experience share, what we're here for. we do need to look into how the trade evolutions are going to work, because clearly I'm not going to have anybody to trade with, just me. I know that I have something, so like I could do /PC, and that can open up my PC. So if you're not knowledgeable, the PC is like a virtual storage of all of your pokes. Oh, we went really high. It's very high. That is the very first time that I've typed that in this playthrough. Because it's a command, it's kind of like cheaty, creative, and all that fun stuff. So I don't intend on using it unless I have a PC. And PCs are craftable, last I checked. Seeing if there's like a /trade simulation, Poké-trade. I know that some like multiplayer servers have like a command where they've added it into the game where it simulates a trade. And what am I doing? I don't even know what this is. Guess you go in here. But it simulates a trade, so because it simulates a trade, it makes it so that you can evolve pokes via trade without actually trading them. I guess we're taking that one out. I want the paper, the raw iron, I guess. Frostwalker, I don't think I need that. Sharpness, I don't need. Or shards. I don't know if I need clay. I feel like I need clay for something. But I don't know. I mean, I guess it's for terracotta. And I might use like the white terracotta, like how I was gonna use the bone blocks. What do I need bricks for? Flower pots, decorated pots. I don't think I desperately need a clay right now. I think I am comfortable. Feather falling could be nice to have. I think I'm gonna take that feather falling. Just because it's feather falling 4. Pretty decent level of feather falling. So really we're just kind of looting whatever we can easily grab here, because this was not our goal. Aqua Affinity is also a nice one to have, so we're going to drop that cobbled deep slate. Good looking there, good looking there. See, these like modded structure generation, I always have in the back of my head that some sort of container is hidden somewhere. And like if I want to see it, I'm gonna have to like break stuff apart. And I don't want to break. Because chances are, knowing my luck, there is absolutely nothing. But that's not going to stop me from looking for it. And then so I look for it, but then in turn it's not even there. So that I end up destroying everything. And I don't want to do that. And then because then it'll just look ugly. And then in turn, I will feel like I'll have to destroy the entire thing. And I don't want to do that either. I mean, eventually, that's our camp, that's our base, so it's technically within the radius of the center of our future base. So eventually, yeah, it's gonna get destroyed. Probably. It's very likely. Okay, let's get up out of here. I am curious about how quickly I'll be able to get completely out and back home, because we are coming up to the end. Oh yeah. I'm not. I don't know how I came in here. Was it over here? It was like right there, wasn't it? Was it? I don't remember how I got in here. I want to say like right there. That's incredibly helpful. Aha! Nope, nope, nope. This is literally what I just dug up, isn't it? No, it's not. It's not what I just dug up. We're on the right track. So the plus side is we got our amethyst shards. We got an aqua affinity book, which will come in handy, I'm sure. I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm getting out of here, because the answer is never easy. Is this is literally where I just, okay, this is literally where I just came from. So we are at -100 again, so I think we're gonna do another little time-lapse-y poo right here. And I'm gonna get up to the surface is the goal. That is the goal. Alright guys, we are finally back. Yes, Katie, we are back. We are back now. We have a full inventory. We've got some gold, diamonds, copper, some random paper, amethyst shards, a little bit of redstone, a berry we didn't have before, some books, feather falling, aqua affinity, some enchanted books that will come in handy. But yeah, let's continue on. we're getting to the point where storage is definitely becoming a little tough. Not excited about it. What am I doing with all this stuff? I don't know. We will figure it out though. I'm sure we will. I don't know. I don't need slabs, but I'm gonna hold on to it anyways. I don't know why I'm gonna hold on to it anyways. But that is just our life. So now that we are able to make an experience share, we should make an experience share. 2 gold, 2 lapis, 2 iron. Or sorry, 2 amethyst shards, 2 lapis, 2 iron. 1 gold, 1 iron helmet. I think that was it. I mean, I know that I literally just said it, but you know, things happen. I got the suit up advancements. Protect yourself with a piece of iron armor. Cool. That's crazy that it's took this long to make a piece of iron armor, but I guess that makes sense. What am I doing? I just looked at it and then I was like, I don't remember what it is. Allows the holder to receive a share of experience from battles without participating. Awesome. Okay, so it has been a minute. I will not lie. So I need to figure out, do we just do that? Oh. That's what we do. So we do a little bit of shift right click. So now if you look on our left hand side next to Poliwag's level 8, and it shows that Poliwag here is holding the experience share. So when we battle with any other poke in our party, Poliwag will receive some of the experience. So that is another milestone for us. We are just slowly ticking things off left and right. I'm thinking that this blue sprout will not be growing unless I bone meal it. So I'm thinking we need to invest in a very, what is this? Is that a Wooloo? That is a Wooloo and a boat. Okay. We need to invest in some sort of composting setup. I am not very familiar with compost. Composter is just a bunch of slabs. 7 slabs. Luckily, we've got slabs. Okay, so we just need that there. We got our composter. We are going to make, let's think here. We probably just need 2 hoppers. 1 input, 1 output. We probably don't even need to connect those to chests. Because we're not going to be using it that much, so we're not going to be putting too much stuff in there. So we're going to need 10 iron. Cool. So we've got our 2 hoppers, we've got our composter. Probably set it up outside right about here. All right. So let's see, does EMI show composting? It does, look at that. So it's looking like any sort of farmable. It looks like we're also including Cobblemon. So we've got the medicinal leek and the roasted leek. So a medicinal leek is 65%, but a cooked leek, so roasted leek, goes up to 85%. Hardy grain bale? Hardy grains? What are hardy grains? Where do you get hardy grains from? Is that a plant that I don't know about? You'll have to figure that one out for sure. Interesting. So, because I am not experienced in the world compost, because generally speaking, I get into the modded stuff. So like usually I'll have some sort of technology mod that like adds the ability. So apricorns are only 65%. I usually have a mod that adds the ability to like quote unquote fertilize. Mints are 95%. I usually have a technology mod. I'm sorry guys, I get way off topic. I usually have a technology mod that will quote unquote fertilize an area. So like bone meal and utilizing a composter is not a thing that I do because I don't need to do it. So mints are 95%. I'm thinking mints might be the way to go with compost. Because I feel like acquiring mints. I mean, I think we might have one type of mint seed. Pink mint leaf. So, you know what? I think we're gonna do a little bit of farming real quick. I don't know what happened. The hoe that I was using. We're gonna make another. Did I really not have paper before? Okay. So what I'm thinking, look at that, there's a whole lot of growing going on here. It's the bushes are so like congested though, so it's actually not that easy to see which ones are grown and which ones aren't. And whether they're blooming berries or not, it'll say that they're mature because the bush itself is mature, which is why I made the comparison to them being similar to like pumpkin stems. I do need to take my Poliwag back. He's just chilling out in the open. I mean, we could probably just get our stuff going on in this back corner here for the mints. I don't see why not. I could take down a lot of sugar cane. We're not in desperate need of it right now. But let us go ahead and start tilling this down. I might even replace some of this sand with dirt as well. I don't know why I'm tilling this much. I have 2 seeds that I'm planting over here. We are gonna drop a torch down. You know what? What are we doing? Our goal here. I can't make bone blocks, can I? I can make bone blocks. I don't know what I'm talking about. So the goal here is to start getting a steady supply of bone meal. So if our goal is to make bone meal, and what we're currently doing will get us bone meal, then I am okay with using bone meal. Oh, that's a lot of bone meal. To kind of jumpstart us. Trying to think if these are mature. I think that these being mature, yeah. Okay. That only gave us 1 seed though. Whew. Oh, okay. Okay. I don't know why I keep switching over to the hoe just to break these. There's no reason. I don't have a reason for it. Okay, so our bone meal. You wanna grow this blue sprout on the one? Nope. So we got our several pink mint leaves. So this is a mint leaf. There's a whole thing with mint leaves that deal with training the poke. I guess you would call it training. Like if you're min-maxing its stats. It has something to do with that. It's some sort of mechanic that deals with that. I'm not familiar with it though. I want to say it lowers the EVs. I want to say it lowers the EVs. So EVs are effort values. So basically every poke that's out there will have a 1 to 3 points for one of the 6 stats. And so defeating that poke in a battle will give your poke whatever that value is. So like let's say I don't know off the top of my head. I know that there's a lot of people out there that are like encyclopedias with this stuff and they know it off the top of their head. I'm not one of them. So I'm just gonna make something up. This is not accurate information. But let's say like a Charizard will grant you 3 special attack. So if I fight and beat a Charizard, it will give me 3 points in special attack. And yeah, guess that's how you describe. There's much more detail to it than that. That is a poor explanation of EVs. But you can only have so many EVs. So I'm fairly sure the mint system is what allows you to remove unnecessary EVs or unintentional EVs, if you will. So right now we don't need them. just threw 13 in there and we got not a single bone meal. Okay. 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 But you know what? We're about to get a whole bunch of other things. So let's go ahead. Yeah, see, like doing this like in your face like this, not fun. But I feel like if there was like a path between like a stack of like 3 of them, and being able to go full speed, because you're gonna have like the hoppers underneath the dirt, I feel like that would be better. I feel. But yeah. Hmm. What did that do? Oh, right-clicking a berry in the air is trying to feed it to one of my pokes. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. I won't complain with that. So we do, at the moment, we don't need to, but it's not bad practice to stay up to date on harvesting our apricorns. Because you always want to have apricorns that you're not using. You don't want to get to a point where you need to craft some sort of balls and you don't have the apricorns to supply whatever you're needing to craft. So we should stay up on that. So we don't. Okay, 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 okay. So we've got 50 and 21. I don't need that. What does a berry get us? So mint leaves. Wait, mint leaves? Mints. Oh, did I mess this up? Oh, I did. You gotta craft. You craft the mints. And the mints are what give you that 95%. So 3 in another kind or 4 white. I don't think you can do like 4 of one color. I think it's always 3 in a different color. So we're gonna need a second type of mint leaf. So our current mint setup will not be providing us, because this gives us 50%. Yeah, the leaves give us 50%, but the actual mints give us 95%. Awesome. So, yeah. So let's go ahead and destroy some of these berries. Because berries... Berries are a 65% chance. It's not as high as I was hoping. But we are slowly but surely getting some bone meal out of the deal. So that's just the beginning of a lot. So we're gonna go ahead and sleep. I think we're gonna call it on this episode. Just for the fact that we did quite a bit of time lapse, and I didn't want to just like end the episode after we had done all that time lapse getting out of the caves. I felt like that was a poor way to end. I wanted to keep going. So yeah. So here we are. So now it's like really difficult for me to figure out how long we've been going without stopping and figuring out how long we've been going. So I'm gonna let you guys go, and then we will be back for episode 10. I look forward to it. So thank you for joining me on this wonderful adventure. Um, we've set up a composter, a very small composter. We've set up a black apricorn tree. We've trapped a Wooloo in a boat unintentionally. And we have started a mint farm back behind the rest of our berry farm. But the most important thing is we've got a Poliwag and we've got an experience share, and that Poliwag has that experience share. So in before we have an amazing water poke doing some water poke stuff. Alright guys, I'll see you next time. Bye.